A necktie in the Granite Stitch. Hi guys, I'm Kristen and welcome to Studio Knit. This is a fun, quick knit, it's easy to memorize, and oh so macho. It's really fun to create new accessories with gorgeous knit stitch patterns. This is created in a high quality linen yarn, and it's a fashion accessory that guys will look great in for years to come. I have a link in the description below where you can pin this pattern to Pinterest, and I also have a whole playlist full of other knit stitch patterns that would be really fun to make more neckties with as well. After this video, make sure to check out my other seed stitch necktie pattern. It has been really popular all over Ravelry. So let's get started with this beautiful granite stitch knitting pattern for our necktie. So to begin with our materials, now I am using a linen yarn and size 4 needles. You can actually use any size yarn and needles that you'd like, along with tapestry needle, scissors, and a measuring tape. This is a fingering yarn and I want to make it a little bit thicker, so I'm actually going to be knitting with 2 strands at once. Makes it go a little faster, and the complete written pattern is linked down in the description below from my website. So of course we are going to begin with our beloved slip knot. We are going to be casting on any number of stitches to get the desired width of your tie. Now, because you will have different yarn and needles, the number of stitches is totally up to you. Let's take a quick look at the granite stitch. So row 1 is simply knitting, and then row 2, this is a decrease stitch. This is knitting 2 together, and you just do that all the way down the row. And row 3 is increasing it back up. So it's knit front and back, and that is KFB. I have technique links down in the description below as well. And our last row, row 4, is simply purling. And we just repeat this granite stitch until our piece is 21 inches in length. Now, if you think about a necktie, it gets thinner, and that will actually make the rest of this project go faster. So we are going to be decreasing and then just doing the garter stitch until our piece reaches 58 inches in length total. And from there, all we have to do is just a regular bind off, and then taking our tapestry needle, we are going to cut our yarn and weave in our ends. Super simple. Now, we're almost done. I'm going to add a little keeper loop. So right at 6 inches here, you can use ribbon or you can knit up another little bit and garter stitch. Here I knit 4 rows and garter stitch, and then just go ahead and tack it to your tie, and there you have it on the back of your work, and then you just are able to put that thinner piece to the back of your tie to hold it in place. I hope you are inspired to knit up this granite knit stitch pattern for a necktie. And I have the seed stitch necktie. The pattern is linked down below, as well as all of my other knit stitch patterns, and you can totally get creative and make different neckties using those stitch patterns as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!